I asked other successful forex traders about what are the things that made them successful and what every beginner trader should know about. And the answers will surprise you. Hello everyone, what's up? I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 8 things that every beginner forex trader should know about. The very first thing is traders have a very wrong idea about what trading actually is. Like recently, I was in a conversation with Rolf, who is the CEO of TradeSighty and is a day trader from a long time now, and he's really very successful in what he do. And we had an hour-long conversation about trading and things. And when I asked this question to him, he said the problem is people are not taking trading seriously. Most approach it as a get-rich-quick scheme and have very wrong expectations from it. They have unrealistically high expectations from trading, which leads to over leveraging, over trading, and when they see that they are not able to reach their expectations, they get frustrated, and this thing eats a lot and lot of mental capital. So the first thing that they need to do is set realistic expectations for trading. Second is starting to take trading seriously by spending enough time analyzing the charts, creating a proper watch list, maintaining a proper journal, reflecting on your mistakes, and correcting it the next time. The second important thing is trading is a skill that needs to be developed. I've always believed that trading is a skill and it needs effort and time to be developed. And one of my very good friend, Akil Stokes, who is also a professional trader since 2008 and is very successful in his career, believes the same. I was interviewing him recently and asked him about what advice would he like to give to my fellow viewers or whoever is a beginner. And here is what he wants to say. He says, take your time. He believes that there is this idea out there that trading is very easy and you can become a trader in a day or week. But do not fall for that. Trading is a skill just like any other skill. Like becoming a doctor is a skill, and that skill takes years of study practice, and trading is the same. It takes a certain amount of time to master it, but once you have mastered it, you get the results and you reap the benefits forever. Before we move to the third point, if you are enjoying this video, then make sure you hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Now, moving forward to the third important thing, which I believe is very crucial to understand. The thing is, I'm here to win, of course, but to win in the long term. I'm not saying that you cannot make money in the short term. Trading works both short term and long term. Now, again, a very, very common issue. The problem with trading in the financial market is that there are lot and lots of things going on, and it is really very easy to get distracted and lose the long term goal. Like it happened with me that many times I used to get into trading with a plan. I followed it till some point, but then after a couple of losses or due to greed, I used to lose track of my long term vision and ruin my trading account. But after losing my trading account and spending some time, I always used to find out that if I would have stuck to my plan, I would have still been in a lot of profit. And I can guarantee that this has happened with most of you. And if it did, then make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Now, moving forward, try to understand that trading is a long term game. And like I always say, in trading, going slow is actually going fast. The thing is, if you are that type of trader trying to become rich quickly, then you will go bust. And I will tell you why. To fulfill that greed of yours, what you will do is you will over leverage and start taking riskier trades by risking more than you should have. Now, even if you win, let's say the first few trades, there will come a time when you will lose, right? Now, as you are over leveraging, there are high possibilities of losing the entire account in a single trade. But on the other hand, what does a trader with the long term vision do? They know that over the long term, the odds and the probabilities will be in their favor. So they will risk just enough so that they can survive and keep going on the long term and build wealth for themselves over time. Let us compare Jesse Livermore and someone like Jim Simmons. If you know about their life stories, then they are clear cut examples of a trader that went bust, trying to become rich overnight, and a trader playing the long term game and made billions of dollars. Even Jesse Livermore made billions of dollars, but in the end, he lost all of it. Now, this brings me to the fourth point I'm going to talk about in this video. In trading, it's always going to be me versus me or you versus yourself only. So, I'm sure that you think this too, that we are in markets where there are thousands of other traders punching in their orders and trying to make money as the price keep moving. But do you know what this does? It brings out our basic human tendency of competing with others. And we are always thinking that the person next to us is our competitor and we need to beat them in order to win. But in trading, let me be the first one to tell you this. You are your own competitor, enemy, foe, and whatever you'd like to call it. And I will tell you how and why exactly. We traders are human and we have our psychology and emotions. Now, trading being the grueling business that it is, it's going to lead your emotions or gut feeling influencing you while you trade. I mean, just remember the first time you took a trade. Remember how you felt. That's just one way how your body reacts to trading. Even the best of traders keep on working towards their emotions, gut feelings, and they do not allow their psychology and all of these things to influence their trading activities. All the best of the trading floors, they have hired full-time therapists or performance coaches to keep their traders in optimal psychological condition. And there's this common saying that the half the battles are won in the head. And it is very relatable in trading. Whenever you are sitting at your desk to trade, the way you handle your emotions and the way you develop your psychology is going to dictate your performance. But sadly, many traders do not realize this until it's quite late. But now that you know this, you can start working on it right away. Next is there is this mistake that every beginner trader makes. He or she comes into trading and directly selects any strategy he or she finds and starts trading. Even you may have done this. And when this trading strategy or trading style does not work, you jump into the next one. But this is not how things work in trading. There are different trading styles in forex like scalping, day trading, swing trading, and so on. And there are different trading strategies for each trading style. The problem is not every trading style is going to suit you. So the first thing you got to figure out before you start trading is to choose a correct trading style for yourself. Now, based on your personality, you will have to choose a trading style and only then you should start searching for a trading strategy. And now this brings me to the next important point, like which is the best trading strategy or how to choose one. Now, there are a lot of trading strategies in the market, and I understand if you are confused about which one to use. Even here, I want you to understand that different trading strategies may work for different traders. Like some may be good with indicators based trading, and some may do well with price action based trading strategies. But you have to know that both of the strategies work, like both kinds of strategies work. All you have to do is start backtesting the strategies on previous market data and see which one suits you properly. And while you backtest the strategy, I want you to focus on risk to reward ratio and win rate both. It is essential to know that with strategies, both risk to reward ratio and win rate go hand in hand. And if your risk to reward ratio is low, which is less than 1 to 1.5, then your win rate should be at least above 60%. And if your win rate is below 60%, then your risk to reward should be at least 1 to 2 or above that so that you get a good expectancy rate. Now, after you get all this data, try it on a demo account to see if you're really comfortable using that or not, and only then start trading using that particular strategy. And this brings me to my next point, which is the holy grail of trading. Like many of you are out there looking for the holy grail of the strategy. So I'm going to reveal what is the holy grail of trading. So a lot of newbies believe that successful traders have their own holy grail of trading, which they do not share with anyone. Yes, we do have a holy grail, but that is not what you think. And it is definitely not a trading strategy. If you believe that there is a holy grail trading strategy that never fails, then you are wrong. The holy grail trading strategy does not exist. So, what is the holy grail of trading? It is risk management. Yes, the only holy grail of trading is risk management. And only if you manage the risk properly, you can succeed in Forex. Or else you'll just keep on losing money, blowing up accounts, and wasting a lot of your time, money, and effort. So instead of doing all of that, just focus on a simple rule. That is simple 1 to 3% risk management rule. That is to only spend 1 to 3% of your account on a single trade and then keep following that plan. And this brings me to the last but the most important topic which I have never seen any trader talk about, and that is decision making. Now, trading is all about decision making. And with every trade you take, you make a decision. And not only that, but and not only in trading, but it works in every aspect of your life. So let us try to understand it this way. Like, do you know what is the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person? A successful person is very good at decision making. Take any successful person. For instance, Jeff Bezos, who left his highly paying job for starting a bookstore. Now, for normal people, it would be a very stupid decision. But we can now see that was an excellent decision. Like, also, I'm a very big fan of Hindu scriptures, and in one of them I read, life is a journey from B to D, B being the birth, and D being the death. And the C in between is the choices we make. It is like the choices we make in our life decide our quality of life, like how good it is going to be. So, if we make good choices, our life will be good. If we make bad choices, then our life will be bad. You are literally making a decision at each point in time, right from you wake up till you go to sleep. You're making a series of decisions. And that decision and those decisions will dictate how your day is spent. Now, those days will become weeks, and weeks will become months, and months will eventually become years. Also, tell me, aren't we making decision all the time in trading? I mean, you are making a decision whether to make a trade or not. In between trades, you are making a decision whether to add a position to your existing trade or just take your profit and go home. Isn't this series of decisions too? People usually think that these are very easy decisions to make. And I agree, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you need to make a smart decision, and sometimes you need to act like Jeff Bezos did. And that's why you need to work on yourself and train yourself via your brain to make good decisions all the time. Now, how to do that? Again, there are different things for this, and I have my very personal way to deal with it. Like many times when I need to make a decision and I'm very confused about it, I deal with it in terms of worth. It is like I ask myself if is it if it's worth it or will I regret this? And based on that, I act. Sometimes I ask myself, am I keeping my capital safe or not? And based on that, I act. This helps me to act wisely when my mind is clouded or not able to understand something. Again, this thing works for me very well, and it's possible that it may or may not work for you. So, if you want to learn about decision making in detail and improving your decision making, then read this book, Decisive, by the author Chip and Dan Heath. This book will make you understand how things work when it comes to decision making and also how to make proper decisions. So, these were the 8 important things that every trader should focus on if he or she wants to succeed in forex trading. Thank you so much.